New at 9, a group of activists are on a mission to stop robo-taxis in San Francisco. Videos and pictures shared online show the group called Safe Street Rebel immobilizing those driverless cars by putting traffic cones on them.
Somehow that works. The actions are not making autonomous vehicle companies happy. KRON 4's Dan Thorne joins us here in the studio with more on what's behind what they're calling coning, Dan?
Yeah, so essentially the group is concerned about safety and also the idea of adding more AVs out onto San Francisco streets. The two big companies, Cruise and Waymo, are getting closer to offering robo-taxi services 24/7 in the city, and state officials might give those companies the green light as early as next week. Activists are taking on AVs in San Francisco. Videos show people disabling the robo-taxis by placing traffic cones on the hood. The group, called Safe Street Rebel, says they're protesting the spread of the driverless cars.
We want to either have AVs not on the city streets at all, or at least very limited.
The autonomous vehicles owned by companies Cruise and Waymo have been the subject of intrigue and anger. On several recent occasions, the cars have stalled and blocked traffic, gotten in the way of first responders, and even hit and killed a dog. Safe Street Rebel says the examples demonstrate the AVs are not safe. The group also thinks the AV push from auto and tech companies hurts public transit.
We see these as a threat and not a complement to more environmental mobility solutions like public transit and active mobility.
The coning has gotten under the skin of Waymo, who through a spokesperson says this is vandalism and encourages unsafe and disrespectful behavior on our roadways. We will notify law enforcement of any unwanted or unsafe interference of our vehicles on public roadways. Also in response, the SFMTA says it does not endorse any actions that may increase the number of disabled AVs on San Francisco streets. Each time this happens, a tech needs to reset the car's system. Despite the cries from some city leaders and opponents of autonomous cars, state regulators are set to approve expansion in San Francisco. The California Public Utilities Commission is set to meet again next week. Well, people with concerns about autonomous vehicles are being encouraged to weigh in at the CPUC meeting on July 13th at 11 in the morning. We have reached out to Cruise for comment on the coning, and as of this report, they have not responded. In studio, Dan Thorne, KRON 4 News.
All right, Dan, Berkeley